Lesson: Purpose Limitation and Data Minimization Principles. Purpose limitation and data minimization are two foundational principles in the realm of data protection and privacy, particularly under regulations such as the General Data Protection Regulation in the European Union. These principles are essential for information privacy professionals to understand and implement effectively, as they guide how personal data should be collected, processed, and retained. By adhering to these principles, organizations can not only ensure compliance with legal obligations, but also build trust with their stakeholders, including customers and employees. Purpose limitation mandates that personal data should be collected for explicit, legitimate purposes and not further processed in a manner incompatible with those purposes. This principle emphasizes the need for transparency and accountability in data processing activities. For instance, a company collecting customer data for processing orders should not use that data for unsolicited marketing unless they obtain explicit consent from the individual. This approach requires organizations to clearly define and communicate the purposes for which data is collected at the point of collection. A practical tool for implementing purpose limitation is the creation of a data usage policy, which outlines the specific purposes for which data is collected and ensures that all data processing activities are aligned with these purposes. Regular audits can help verify compliance with these policies and identify any potential deviations that need to be addressed. Data minimization, on the other hand, requires that personal data collected should be adequate, relevant, and limited to what is necessary for the intended purposes. This principle aims to reduce the risk of data breaches and unauthorized access by limiting the volume of data that needs to be protected. One effective framework for ensuring data minimization is the use of privacy impact assessments, which help organizations assess the necessity and proportionality of data collection activities. PIAs encourage organizations to question why certain data is being collected, whether it is truly necessary, and if the same objective can be achieved with less or no personal data. For example, a retail company implementing a loyalty program could use customer purchase history rather than personal identifiers to offer personalized discounts, thus reducing the amount of personal data collected. A practical application of purpose limitation and data minimization can be seen in the case of the online streaming service Netflix. As a data-driven company, Netflix collects a significant amount of user data to personalize content recommendations. However, they implement data minimization by anonymizing user data where possible and ensuring that data collected is directly related to improving user experience and service delivery. By clearly communicating these purposes to users, Netflix builds trust and ensures compliance with privacy regulations. The implementation of these principles often requires a cultural shift within organizations, emphasizing the importance of data protection and privacy at all levels. Training programs and workshops can help embed these principles into the organizational culture, ensuring that employees understand their roles and responsibilities in data protection. Moreover, appointing a data protection officer can provide valuable oversight and guidance in implementing purpose limitation and data minimization strategies. Organizations can also leverage technology to support the effective implementation of these principles. For instance, data masking and encryption techniques can be used to protect personal data, ensuring that data minimization is maintained even when data is shared or processed by third parties. Data anonymization and pseudonymization are additional techniques that can minimize risks associated with data breaches by ensuring that even if data is accessed unlawfully, it cannot be linked back to individuals. The principle of purpose limitation is further supported by the concept of data retention policies, which dictate how long personal data should be kept and when it should be deleted. By establishing clear data retention policies, organizations can ensure that data is not held longer than necessary, thereby minimizing the risk of unauthorized access and data breaches. Regular reviews of these policies can help ensure that they remain relevant and aligned with the organization's objectives and legal obligations. In practice, The challenges of implementing purpose limitation and data minimization can be significant, particularly for organizations that rely heavily on data for their business models. For instance, social media platforms like Facebook face constant scrutiny regarding their data collection and usage practices. The Cambridge Analytica scandal highlighted the importance of adhering to these principles, as the misuse of data collected for one purpose for another incompatible purpose resulted in significant reputational and financial consequences for Facebook. To address such challenges, organizations must adopt a proactive approach, incorporating privacy by design and default into their systems and processes. This approach involves considering privacy and data protection issues at the design stage of any new product or service, and ensuring that privacy settings are set at a high level by default. Privacy by design principles can be integrated into software development lifecycles, ensuring that data protection is considered at every stage, from initial design to deployment and ongoing maintenance. Furthermore, collaboration with legal and compliance teams is essential to ensure that data collection and processing activities align with legal requirements and industry best practices. Regular engagement with stakeholders, including customers, employees, and regulators, can provide valuable insights and feedback, helping organizations refine their data protection strategies and demonstrate their commitment to privacy. In conclusion, the principles of purpose limitation and data minimization are critical components of effective data protection and privacy strategies. By implementing these principles, organizations can not only ensure compliance with legal obligations, but also build trust with their stakeholders. Practical tools such as data usage policies, privacy impact assessments, data masking, and data retention policies can support the effective implementation of these principles, helping organizations address real-world challenges and enhance their proficiency in data protection. As the data landscape continues to evolve, information privacy professionals must stay informed and adaptable, continuously refining their strategies to meet emerging challenges and opportunities in the field of data protection.